Hey everyone, welcome back to Fiscal Voyage. I'm Felix, and today's video we're going to talk about a few trades I did a few days ago on the 16th. These trades or investments are, one of them was a sold position, fully sold position, and then two were add-ons position. And I actually made a video about this one stock, my last video, so make sure to check that out. So first off, let's talk about the sold position. So I sold, I had shares of 70 shares of Dominion Energy Inc., ticker symbol D. I sold on 9/16 for about $4,000 and $4,101.53. So I basically, I was down on this position because I made a mistake buying this position. I didn't really do my due diligence in this stock. I thought it was a good buy, but then after looking at it technically, and I'll show you why, I decided to sell the position at break even. But I do still like the company, and I actually sold naked puts on the position around the $52.50. So I like the company. It's just the price that I owned it at $58.60 was high in my opinion. I'll show you why I thought of it as high. So first, let's go to a fast graph. So this is the company, Dominion Energy, and you can see here it had a history of growing dividend very nicely. The price was just continually increasing and actually very overvalued. I always followed this company, but I never bought into it because of the overvaluation. But then recently, around 2023 is when I bought it. But they had this huge down year in 2023, which kept the price going lower. And I'll show you technically why I decided to finally sell out. But it kept going lower. I was down maybe around 20%, 25% total on this position. But you know, as a dividend growth investor, the company continued to pay the dividend. I saw earnings was improving, so that I liked that. And I saw it as okay, I'll just hold it. I had like around 4.6% dividend yield receiving. So I probably made around 5-6% in this position from the time I've owned it, collecting the dividends, and now I sold it at break even. So as you can see here, currently it's overvalued, right? So that's one reason why I sold it. It's overvalued based on these new information on projected earnings, and that's why I sold it. And I like that $50, you know, what I sold, the put at $52. I like it in that area of $50 or so. It's more fairly valued. But if it gets down to that $52.50, you know, I'll just buy back the put and sell another one further down. That's kind of what my plan is with this company. I would like to own it, but at a lower price, around $45, $40. That's where I really would like to own this company. And we look here at the chart, and I'll show you why exactly I sold it. So we have this 200 and 233 moving average, the purple line here, the monthly. And you can see here how it respects it right here, and right here. Respects it, and it actually respected it here. It bounced, but it tried to bounce, but then it just crashed. And this is where I kind of bought shares. I bought shares around this time, expecting it to go back higher because of all the bounces, but it went down all the way to $40. You can see here around $40 is where strong support is. So okay, so I held it and collected the dividends, and I was adding shares as it went down. But then as it, you know, now it started to rally from $40 all the way to almost $60 at 59. What's the high here? 58.94. Okay, so I sold it because it is hitting now this moving average. It could go higher. It could go about $60, $61, but I expected to then a pullback. I expected a pullback back down to this $50 area, and this is why I sold the put, and that's why I sold the position. Because it had a nice run up, so I expected a nice pullback to the $50 area to then run higher, or test back the $40 area as a double bottom. For those of you who know of some technical terms, as a double bottom to then go higher. The $40 area is definitely a great buying opportunity, but this is the main reason why I sold here. It's hitting the 233 monthly moving average. It could go higher here, but I expect it to kind of mess around here and possibly a pullback. And if not, and if it goes higher, okay, oh well. I made some money with this stock, and I'm happy selling it, and I bought some high quality stocks undervalued, and I'll show you this because right now, as we saw in fast graph here, it's overvalued. If you were to tell me, Felix, would you buy this company right now? I'll tell you no. I would tell you no, don't buy it. It's overvalued. So that's why I sold it. I wanted this to be lower, around the $40 area, and then that's what we're talking, because we have great support in this $40 area. So that's why I sold the position. So what I use this money here, I bought OZK, which I actually made a video, my last video on this company. So I wanted to get 300 or 200 shares, I think I have now, of this company. So I bought 2,896, and then I used the rest to buy another company which I own as well. So Bank OZK, as we saw in the previous video, make sure to check that out. I'm not gonna go too much in depth, but it's undervalued. You see the difference? It's undervalued. The Dominion had a PE of almost 22, and Bank OZK has a PE of 7, with a nice almost 4% dividend yield. So I have undervaluation, nice dividend, growing dividend, because remember, Dominion actually cut their dividend 2022, I think it was. And you can see here, so now I have higher potential rate of return. And then we go to the chart here, and OZK is right on the 200, the 50 moving average, right in here. So I expect it to break this area here eventually, and I talked about that in the previous video, so make sure to check that out. And I also bought Sonoco here, Sonoco products, and I used the rest here to buy 23 shares of it at $55, and this one also is undervalued. If we go here in fast graph, it's undervalued. You can see here earnings are expected to be high, 11% in 2025 and 9% in 2026. So we could get a nice 27-30% annual rate of return if it gets to a 15 multiple, which is great. You see earning yield 9.3. I like to see this at 6.5 or higher. A nice almost 4% dividend yield, triple B credit rating, undervaluation. All that things is what I like to see. So that's why I sold Dominion and used that proceed to buy shares of this company. And if we go to the 3 months chart, you can see here it's hitting the 50 moving average, and you can see here how it follows that over here in 2008, 2009. Obviously it crashed under it, but then it recovered and bounced there, almost bounced there, but bounced here, and now it's bouncing here. So I expected, and now it's forming like a bear flag, or not a bear flag, a bull flag here on the higher time frame on the 3 month chart. So this is why I like this company. The chart looks good, the valuation looks good. It pays a nice dividend, so I used Dominion proceeds to buy Sonoco products and OZK Bank. So the dividends, I didn't lose any dividends. I think I gained a few dollars worth of dividends with these two purchases, and that's why I bought these two shares and sold Dominion. If we go back to Dominion, you see the difference with OZK and Sonoco. You can see Dominion has a 22.7 PE, the earnings yield at 4.4, where the other ones that was way over 6.5, which I like, and the high dividends. So this is why I sold. And like I mentioned, I did sell put at 22.50 for Dominion. At 22.50, which at 52.50, excuse me, 52.50 around here. If we make a line here, 52.50, right there, around there. That's where I kind of sold the naked put. Now I expected to, and you see here you have the 13 moving average, $61. So that $60 area, I expect strong resistance to take this stock back down. And I don't mind owning it at 52.50. But if it does get near it or I'm in the money, I'm gonna buy it back and then sell, longer or further down, maybe like a 49, 48, and go from there. I don't mind owning at 52.50, but I prefer in the $45 area is where I would like to own shares of this company. And there's a strong candle here in that $40 area. So that's what I've done. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and if you are not and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button for more videos like this. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.